RPG. Oh, I said RPG. That's a game. RBG. Representing. Reporting live from the unified field. Got some thoughts for y'all. The truth about Freeform. Original man in time. And let's talk about time. Now, we all know time don't exist. But just like money, all of it is a tool. So, in time, if you want to talk about time, let's think about two perspectives. Planets, planetary hours. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, sun, Monday, moon. Tuesday, I think Mercury or Mars. Wednesday, Mercury or Mars. Thursday, Jupiter. Friday, Venus. Saturday, Saturn. Sunday, sun. Or if you want to look at time, you know, and the planets are in charge of those days, the energy. We'll talk about that in the future. If you want to look at time, look at a plant. You gotta plant that seed and then it grows. And if you also want to look at time for something to relate to, for manifestation, life, and your life experience, because you only here for a certain amount of time until this energy gets transferred somewhere else, right? Okay, so if you want to look at time, look at plants. Plant the seed, you water it, and then it grows, it sprouts. And then if you want to look at time, just look at from being a baby, when you actually, your spirit is so big, but then you shrink it down to fit that little baby size. So yeah. And yeah, these could be the ways you look at time. Now, Freeform and original man. Once again, the truth about original man, and this is connected with time. We just got to the cribble. The truth about Freeform. See now, original man. Now this is what I'm about to tell y'all. Time don't exist, right? All we have is the now, folks. The motherfucking now. That's all we have is the now. So you gotta look at it like this. When original man existed, in that time, that moment, that was the now for that moment. So whenever people started acknowledging shadows and thinking about stuff like that and seeing their reflections in any form, or when people started looking at each other and identifying with what they see and pointing at things and stuff like that. Unless everything was just, you know, they just knew everything. But when things like that happen, you know, that's what it was for that time. So right here is 2018. Like the planet only really been around for that long. And it's 2018. And this is now. So this is the time and era of original man, because it never stopped. It never stops. And nothing is different from original man and original time. Nothing's different from then and now besides your perception and what you believe and what you think. And what you know, observe, and, you know, just things you gather in your soulful, spiritual, physical body experiences. So this is real deep, because a lot of us keep going to the past and thinking that the past is different than now. Original man is here. Original man is now. Like when I told y'all, free form, look at the word, being free in your form. You can't speak on original man too much like you really know what it is, unless you experience it. And a lot of people not experiencing original man right now. So whatever you look at the past as, too many people is in the past. Like, let's look at history. Let's look at history. That's why I respect people who understand that food is information. That your hair connects you to the cosmos. So if you do these natural things, you won't need to read a book. You won't need to go to school. You won't need to do, you won't need to have a teacher. You won't need to separate gurus from anything else. You are these things. You are the magic. So this is the truth about original man. Original man is right now. If you continue to think of original man as a million, billion, whatever gazillion eons ago, if you continue to think of man in just that nature, then you always go and be in a race, in a competition, and to get with that original man type stuff. Now, of course, you can eat more natural. You can do all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. So if you want to even look at original man in that context, as we're talking about original man is now, you can say that, fuck that. Original man is now. Who out here really living a 100% pure life? Huh? It's probably motherfuckers that's born in forests and never ever ever really become attached or surrounded or interfaced with technology and the outside world, so to say. What's really original man? Original man is a fucking thought. Stop comparing now to the so-called past, because original man didn't have fucking buildings and shit like that. You gotta be original man now. A lot of motherfuckers like to say shit ain't of God. 3 more minutes. A lot of people like to say stuff ain't of God. Like, you're of God. So if you're of God, everything that's created is of God. Like, it's so much separation. It's so much, this is God, this isn't God, this is natural, this isn't natural. Like, dude, stop putting words to everything. Everything comes from the inside. At the end of the day, like I always tell my friends, the people in my circle, nature is you. You bring nature to you. I don't care if you in a prison cell. Of course I ain't experienced that, but still. You bring nature to you. I do it all the time when I close my eyes. That's why I tell motherfuckers that live in my neighborhood, you wake up on landing every day, and I wake up in a whole totally different atmosphere. That's why people respond to me certain ways, because of how I am. I'm in a whole nother atmosphere, vibration, frequency. But this is the truth about original man. Original man didn't have contrast with cars and vehicles and smoke coming out of shit and trains and railroads and turf and artificial grass and artificial trees and artificial sunlight and all this bullshit and wirings. But original man, I think when we talk about original man, which is really original woman, however you want to look at it, but I think when we talk about original man, we don't make a mistake, but we don't acknowledge this one fundamental aspect, that Original man couldn't have really just been one person. Had to be at least two people. So these two people had to communicate. And within communication, you know, anywhere there's polarity in the world. Come on, you gotta think about this. Original man still had polarity. Original man still had communication. Was still an extension of God. And when you want to talk about or source, and then when you want to talk about original man, what was here before man? Water, earth, nature. A lot of things was here before we were here, but we were those things and we are those things. So original man is now. And you don't know what they did to their hair. You know, you don't even, you want to look at original man in the sense of original man as little kids. You don't know what the hell was going on with their hair, man. You just don't know. Yes. So, and this is the truth about freeforming. We all have a purpose and we all have a reason to live. So stop comparing yourself to original man and realize original man did what it had to do, did what he or she had to do in that time. They lived whatever way they were supposed to live in that time, in that environment. That all played a part in original man. So stop looking at original man as just one thing and realize it had to be at least two. It was a polarity to it. So that means it's contrast. So it was a lot of individualism and personality and uniqueness going on. But you also got to understand that these is different times. This is different areas, so to say. So be original man now. Ain't no one definition to anything, people. Be free, be free, be free. So this is the truth about free forms. Original man still came down into physical form as an extension of the source to experience itself. So those who don't touch their hair, that's free form. Because they're being free in their form. We got to get out the mentality of things is wrong. The earth is going to evolve whenever it evolves, which means people is going to evolve. If an ice age has to happen, if a volcanic thing is going to happen, it's going to happen. Yo, peace. I love y'all. Blessings. The hair is doing what it do. Y'all see this is the beginning stages. We thugging it up right now. Om Namaste. Kali, Krishna. Divine light. I send you all blessings and wealth consciousness. Shreen Brazil. Namaha.